Yeah, it's actually quite interesting, man, to see
It is,
how you
man.
can see the telltale signs in these rug pulls.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. So to give everyone like a little bit of context, if you aren't aware of what happened, this account, a dying nobody with 40,000 followers now, zero following. A lot of big names in the following as well. Pretty much everyone in the crypto community ended up following this guy. He dropped a bit of a crazy, crazy, crazy bombshell. Um, what he did was he basically, this is the post. This is the main post. Let's wait for it to load up. It was like a huge expose, not really backed up with any facts or anything like that. So there is a grain of salt to be that's to be taken with this. Um, but this is the post really, like dear crypto, I want to come clean and I will likely tear a rift in the entire community while I'm at it and on my way out. Of course, over the course of these next few weeks, I will be releasing 137.21 gigabytes. That's a lot of gigabytes of Telegram group chats and messages of which I was not a part. Why? Basically, there was an exploit wherein you could view private channels. In October 2019, there was an exploit that allowed one to access the group page with recent messages if proper permissions were not set up, right? At the time of writing this, the team at Telegram have been contacted about this. I've only ever seen two people mention this exploit in passing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, that's not the point. Point is, um, he is going to this guy's gonna die, basically, right? And this is why he's kind of done this whole thing. He says, for the populace, it doesn't matter who I am. That's why he's called a dying nobody. He wants to stay anonymous and he wants people to know that he's dying. Or she, it could be a woman. I don't know who this is. What they're saying is effectively overwhelming amounts of messages. I formally invite reputable press within the community to reach out, obtain sample archives that I've curated. I will vet you because there's a conflict of interest. He's saying basically big press outlets are probably, they have people who are involved in all of this stuff, right? He's saying I'll send you the archive ahead of time, but it will be it will be password protected until he decides to release this. I have no further relationships with the people mentioned after this and will never be in contact with them in the future as of this moment. Here's the meat of it. 3 years ago, a vulnerability on Telegram was discovered by a colleague of mine. He did not take it to its final outcome. By exploiting this, one could recreate an invite to view the overview page and recent messages of any Telegram group without actually joining. So between October of 2019 when the exploit started and May of, right now basically, last month, I was collecting all messages as is in my data hoarding nature. So he's a data hoarder guy. Okay, so maybe a developer or something. He wrote a script, yeah, definitely a developer, that downloads every message sent to any Telegram group with targeted individuals. You may know some of them as crypto influencers, others are investors. Telegram became a thing. This is something. Oh my goodness, who's strangling the mic? Sorry. As Telegram adoption among crypto users began to grow, this is something you see. A whole bunch of Telegram groups and stuff like that. It became increasingly difficult to monitor all of these groups, so this guy steps away for a while, and the messages just, they keep going with that script. Um, for the most popular traders in the community, spying on them became a hobby. From personal events in their lives shared with their closest friend groups to scams and rug pulls that were created on their way to success, financially and socially on Twitter, I felt like a part of it, even though I had no method to interact with them. But as they got rich, I got rich. I got myself into plenty of VC groups. Soon my entire circle of friends and those I talked to became one and the same. I did not care in the past. Some of these people are looked up to in the ecosystem nowadays. Interesting. And the thought of these individuals committing fraud would be dismissed in an instant. Some even moving on from their days of bygone scams under anonymous names with their groups of friends, while others continue to persist to this day. You see a lot of this on Telegram. Artists pretending to be developers, developers pretending to be artists, those pretending to be rich, those pretending to be poor, pretending to be someone you're not. All of that was exposed to me. All of this was, all of that was this community at its core when expressing themselves to the public, usually through Twitter. So basically, he's saying these are all a bunch of like liars, effectively. And that's why he's. I mean, it seems like a moral stand. We'll break it down later. I don't know what it is about Telegram, but the alleged assurance of privacy and security meant that people became relaxed and and felt comfortable to express themselves freely. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I am dying from illnesses that are wreaking havoc on my body. Any money I made will just go on to my family. I'll disappear after that. But not before this feeling of guilt is released from me. Many of the individuals or projects I name will not survive this, either due to the public backlash, the fraud, or obscure reasons such as embarrassment. Some may step down from their positions of power, others will likely ignore it because they can't claim the messages that are archived are fraudulent unless everyone involved in the group chats are all on the same page. There will be confusion, there will be sadness, there will be anger and frustration. I'm intrigued to see what happens, but I let everyone decide how to proceed forward. June 15th. That's kind of a weird kind of. I'm also wondering why he didn't just like release it immediately. A lot of people will go into the Twitter hashtags and figure out what the kind of crypto community on Twitter, what crypto Twitter is saying about all this shit, guys. But crypto influencers ranging from. Go ahead, bro. What was that?
Well, I think that it's actually smart to have it tapered out because if you really think about it, the 24-hour news cycle, and every single person in this room knows that the 24-hour news cycle happens in about 3 hours in crypto.
Right.
A day in crypto is a week out in the real world. So he probably wants to stagger all of this news drop so that it stays in the public eye. Stays interesting.
Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, it's crypto and it's also degen. Like a lot of the a lot of the centralized world is going to be talking about this as well because so many eyes are on crypto right now, guys. Like so many eyes, and this is just going to cause more eyes on crypto. He's got the whole world talking, like the whole crypto community is talking about this right now. There is not a single person involved in crypto. He's definitely got all the bad actors fucking worried about this, right? 110%. Like, I know a lot of us in this room, like, know people personally that are fucking sweating bullets right now, thinking about, like, oh, God, what, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking, oh, God. You know, they're fucking freaking out. And it makes sense. That aspect does make sense. But also, like, people on Twitter were talking about, like, watch USDT price is going to skyrocket on the 15th, or, like, this dying nobody token, maybe that was the point of this, or something like that, right? I guess we'll have to wait and see, man. I guess we'll have to wait and see, bro. But let's break down what he's actually gonna publish. So it's gonna be excerpts, basically texts from crypto influencers, right? Ranging from as little as 800 followers to as many as 1 million. Discussions pertaining to racism, homophobia, adultery, sexual assault on members of the public and those within crypto communities. Very serious shit, right? Those with 8 to 9 figures and high amounts of Twitter followers discussing rug pull projects intended to scam the community and individuals dating between December and February. So since this is being recorded as well, I will just say like a rug pull is basically when you plan to scam the community by putting in, you get people to invest a lot of money and then you basically just steal all of that money. It's an intentional crypto scam is what a rug pull is. There's fast rugs, there's slow rugs. Check out our education video section. We'll probably make one on rug pulls. Killing and stealing the crypto of an individual with a group of friends, coordinated through Telegram. That's fucking serious because that is literally like sort of planned murder. That's premeditated fucking murder, bro. And that carries a that's not manslaughter. That's like a heavy fucking charge. And that's proper proof as well. So, Jared, you were talking about that guy that you killed. No, I'm joking. You were talking about the like 2017 period where it was all. Do you want to give us some background on that, like where what you were saying before?
So, I want to say before I put this out there, I myself wasn't in the crypto space during 2017, but I am very much a person that likes to research things. And back in 2017, back in like, you know, those the real dark days of crypto, whenever it really was small, there was a lot of stories that this is pretty much the stories I heard whenever I first came into crypto, started getting into these communities and whatnot. And these people that have been around since, you know, Bitcoin was like, you know, a couple $100. And I remember them always telling me stories like, you know, you are lucky you got in now because it's so early, but also because you missed some really bloody days. You know, back in 2017, I remember them just telling me like back in 2017, you know, you don't see a lot of this on the news, but you hear about it in these communities on the corners of it saying like, oh yeah, this person rugged this community, and then he was murdered. Like they took it seriously. There were people hunting people down. Like they lost millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then you all of a sudden hear, oh yeah, they went missing. And there's some. So whenever it comes down to the earlier days of crypto, now can any of this be proven? No, not maybe with this information, possibly yes, but until now, there hasn't been any sort of concrete evidence pointing to that. It's just a bunch of hearsay. But I couldn't tell you how many stories I heard of like so and so did, hey, they rugged so many people, came out with a few $1 million, and all of a sudden, a month or two later, they ended up coming up missing. Or hey, their body was found, etc. Or hey, they're dead. So it's whenever he's referencing those murders, that's probably what he's talking about. That was that there was a lot of talk about stuff like that throughout the dark web.
Yeah. No, it's very easy to hire an assassin, bro. It's like it's not even that expensive. Like, it's fucking mental how easy it is to do shit like this. But that's another thing with like regulation and stuff like that. Like governments don't understand that, like they don't see the shit that human beings are doing. Like they're just blind or they ignore it. Like, but whatever. That's a tangential thing, man. Like just speaking of the dark web, it's a madness, bro. It's a madness. Think about that though, man. Like well, I mean, that's pretty bad, right? But that's not even close to the bottom of the fucking barrel, bro. That's not even close to the bottom of the barrel. June 30th, 15 days after he does this, man says he's gonna publish excerpts from project creators in the top 200 MCAP projects, from yield farming projects to stable coins to AMMs, all designed to start from the start to siphon funds, so slow rugs basically, right? But project creators in the top 200 MCAP projects. Let's go to cryptocurrencies by market cap, all categories. So everything from Bitcoin itself, Tether, USD Coin, XRP, Binance, Solana, Dogecoin, friggin' Tron, Avalanche, Shiba, Chainlink, Monero, Stellar, fucking Flow, all these big, everything in the top like 200, right? From yield farming projects to stable coins, literally all designed as a slow rug from the start. Discussions of everything included from the crypto influencers, right? Invitations to orgies on private jets, in mansions, in VR settings. I think that's pretty funny, to be fair. Imagine an orgy in the metaverse. Like, I don't have a problem with metaverse orgies. That's all good. But orgies everywhere, apparently. That's the vibe. The vibe is orgies everywhere. Sexual assault, right? Rape and pedophilia, including pedophilic orgies with victims as young as 8 years old. That's severely fucked up. Severely fucked up. The assassination, not once, not twice, but 3 times, coordinated through Telegram of somebody, don't know who. Lots of adultery and weird obsessions with ex-girlfriends by gifting them millions in dollars, hoping to get them to fall back in love with you. You know who you are, just let it go. Sweet, okay. Asking Twitter employees to personally delete and or ban accounts relating to incriminating information. That's fucked up, right? That's pretty fucked up. This is all that stuff that, like, you guys remember Pizzagate and this, that, and the other, like all this thing about like the elites having all these orgies and like selling children and like probably drinking blood, like who knows, like all this weird shit that people. Epstein's Island, bruv. Yeah, that's a big fucking kind of. Jesus Christ, I mean, y'all know about all that stuff, right? There's that island list as well.
So out of context, I just hopped into this.
Yeah.
I just hopped in. What is this? I'm so intrigued, dude.
Bro.
So intrigued. What a hook.
I got you.
Yeah, right. Coming in, crypto and Epstein's Island. That's perfect.
Basically this, man.
Jesus.
A guy called Dying Nobody released this massive kind of, he's going to do an expose on the 15th and then the 30th of this month. What he did effectively, wait, who am I talking to as well? Let me say hello to you, bro. Which one is this? Chang, hey, what's cooking? What's cooking, Chang? Nice to meet you, Chang.
What's good, bro?
What's good? Good introduction, huh? To start off with.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's some like some shady shit going on, and I've been around for long enough to recognize. No. All right, I'm just gonna shut up and listen.
Sorry, the connection went a bit iffy as well, but I heard the last part, so that's all good. Basically, yeah, you know about the Telegram Jeters, you know about all these fucking shady characters that like, oh hey bro, let's fucking start a project, bro, let's get some money, bro, let's fucking do a fucking rug, bro. Like, fucking despise that shit, bro. But like, Telegram is full of it. Telegram is absolutely full of it. I literally like, someone dropped this in one of our group chats. They were like, seems kind of big. I think it was CryptoB dropped it in, and I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? This guy found an exploit in October of 2019, an exploit that would allow you to view messages within private like groups on Telegram without joining the group. And he used that exploit basically to join all the biggest groups that he could. And what he did was he wrote a script to collate and save every single message that passed through this group, right? Over a period of like 3 years. So from October 2019 to like last month, he collected everything. Popular traders in the community got into VC groups. Basically, he saw all these rug pulls, and rug pulls, like, blockchain is an amazing technology which allows greedy idiots to make money too. So he basically watched these greedy idiots and like made money off the same stuff. Like, he invested in the projects, got out at the right times, I guess. So as he says, as they got rich, I got rich. He does talk about guilt as well, so I don't know if he's being completely forthcoming. He's talking about a feeling of guilt, and he is dying from illnesses as well, which is why he's doing this expose. And further down, he goes on to say, like, I apologize to my family but this is my choice, blah, blah, blah. Huge names being involved in scams, rug pulls, people looked up to in the ecosystem nowadays. He says the top 200 market cap projects, right? Crypto influencers from like 8 to millions of followers. All these conversations basically discuss racism. They're racist conversations, homophobic conversations, talking about sexual assault, bro, on members of the public and people within crypto communities. Rug pulls, slow rug pulls.
So basically, they're all Martin Shkreli. They're just all
every single one of them. Literally. Yeah. Can I just say fuck that guy? Like, Jesus.
No. Fuck Martin Shkreli. That should be something. We, as a whole community, do take a stance of anti-Martin Shkreli. He can lick my left nut. But,
I know someone that is very close friends with Martin Shkreli, bro. Like,
all me and the homies hate Martin Shkreli. So pretty much a good rundown is
bro. Like, I just wanted to hear some Wu-Tang, dog.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's pedophilia, it's rape, it's rug pulls, it's murder, assassinations, theft. Lying. A lot of it's a lot of stuff. Pretty much. Think Epstein, really, except probably not.
It's Epstein on a 10x, bro.
Like that,
if Epstein did a 10x, that's what this is.
Yeah, except they're all fucking amateurs, right? That's the thing. Like, it makes me think of like the what is it, like the Silk Road kid? It's like,
oh yeah,
you thought you know what you're doing, but you're actually a complete jackass, and and it's like, how do I put it? What I'm really interested is to see like a searchable database of this. Like, I want to see like databases of like, certain individuals, like Telegram handles that I could search, because there's definitely people that I do business with that I'm like, I'm like, I don't,
Yeah, no, I feel it, bro.
We'll see. I don't know if you're trustworthy.
Yeah, well, I guess on the 15th and 30th, you're a lot of people in this space. I've been in this space for 2.5, almost 3 years now, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I know a lot of individuals that are gonna be like, shit.
Yeah, man. So, oh Christ.
It's I think it's a great thing, though. Personally, I think this is something that the space.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
There had to be some sort of day of reckoning with all of this shit happening. Obviously it's so decentralized, we don't want the fucking government stepping in. but apparently the court of public opinion is about to bury a hatchet deep in the ass of some of these people. So
Good.
it's
Good. I mean, bad actors need to be called out, and they need to be blacklisted. I mean, that's been the biggest issue is the beginning of DeFi summer. Not everybody, but a significant proportion of the projects coming out were legitimate, with legitimate teams. Doxing was a thing. People, like, that was the trend. You dox, you show your code, you get it audited. Everybody's on the up and up, right? You do KYC, everything's good. And if you can't do KYC, then you create what is essentially a membership association, which doesn't allow government interference because it's not a commercial operation, right? So, which is what I do. And everything was great. I mean, like, God forbid, we find out Jeff Kurdekis from TrustSwap is actually sucking down adrenochrome. But, like, we had a lot of guys like him that were doing really good work and being super transparent. And we thought that was going to be the standard. And then all of a sudden, the fucking Binance scam chain showed up, and all the, like, pancake swap cutesy bullshit and the food yield farming scams just exploded. And it has been nothing. It's been impossible. Like, even legitimate projects with people who have docs teams with backgrounds and degrees and legitimate auditing, like that, you can't even get those funded. But you come out and you say, like, oh, I've got a metaverse where everybody can walk around with a big dick codpiece. Like, you sell out $10 million of fucking bullshit NFTs that you never even reveal. So I don't know. That's my rant for the day. I'm done. But yeah, I'm excited to see the bloodbath of this, even if it causes a massive market dip.
Yeah, no. Well, that's that. If that's the price to pay, then that's the price to pay. I'm fucking willing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because the ones left standing are going to be legitimate, transparent individuals who actually, have, ethics and are in crypto for the real reasons that crypto exists.
Yeah, that's a good fucking kind of tagline about it, man. The ones left standing will be the ones that should be left standing, innit? Yeah, 100%. Like, look at this shit, bro.
It's not like they can just pass a bill that's like Dodd-Frank or some shit, and like they did with the bankers in the U.S. after 2008, and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna totally make it better, and then everybody still has their jobs and nobody's in jail, and they just stole all the taxpayer money.
Yeah.
Like,
America.
people will cease to do business. This is a truly free market, so people will just not do business with those fuckers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a self-equating kind of system, because it is, like you said, a truly free market, isn't it?
So, what is everybody else's opinions on this? I want to hear from the crowd. What's up? Everybody, every single person, unmute. I want to hear.
Not at the same time, please.
Just chaos.
Not at the same time.
Yeah, man.
The Thunderdome.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Bro, this is honestly like...
Let's just get the names of all these people. We'll invite them to some little island in the middle of bumfuck nowhere Pacific, and then we'll lock them all in a cage and give them broken pool sticks, and whoever wins gets to keep making rug pools.
That's
Battle Royale.
They become the king of rug pulls. That's what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
There's dude, I'm fucking excited though. I think we should take a look at this, like, the spread of opinion on, like, if you type in I tried to type in, like, I did, like, a post, and I was like, hashtag Telegram leaks, and it was literally all porn. I was like, wow, okay. Hashtag a dying nobody. If you look at this, almost took the thread seriously. Why a staggered release? Classic marketing ploy. Claims are too fantastical. With the way the world looks, I don't know about that. He thinks there's a hidden agenda.
I don't know, man. It's not that fantastical.
It's not that fantastical, at all.
Yeah,
I've dealt with a bunch of people. So I used to live in the Bay Area, and I used to deal with a bunch of, like, VC guys and Burning Man, goers, and people who are high up in the tech world and the Democratic Party there, and, like, there were definitely a lot of orgies going on, dog. Like,
nah, bro. Like, I feel it, man. Like, the orgies, the fucking, like, the pedophilia as well. Like, that's an elite, like, human trafficking thing that happens. Like,
is a real thing. It's fucking terrifying. And, like, I'm a father, and so it's
Yeah.
terrifying. Dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
genuinely like
I lived in Colorado for 8 years, and you actually saw that a lot. Same with Arizona. Arizona, you see a lot of grooming. They'll do a lot of Mexican cartel comes up, or just the various gangs that are in Arizona, and they'll suit all the high schools. There's a reason Arizona has I think one of the highest dropout rates, and they'll see the young girls and guys, and they'll groom them slowly yet surely, and then all of a sudden they get 16, 18 years old, boom, and they're gone. They're every single day, and even younger.
Just the cartel shit.
Yeah, that's just them.
Whole stuff, man. That's not even the high level shit.
There's larger stuff at work here. That's small potatoes compared to what's this kind of stuff,
bro. Yeah.
And
no, and the trafficking as well. That's bro, if you literally just go go on the dark net every now and then, bro, you will understand how fucked up humanity is, and how massive and widespread all of this kind of behavior really is. I was saying before you joined, all this stuff about assassination, that's not fucking unrealistic. It's very cheap to hire an assassin, genuinely. It's not unrealistic and fantastical like the guy claims, but that's the thing, a lot of people don't know. So I think one thing that's good that will happen is
I can 3D print a Glock. I can 3D print a Glock and go pay a homeless dude $400 in fucking cash.
There you go.
Come on.
It's
you know
done.
what I mean? It's
literally bad.
It's
literally.
a joke.
Someone's taking notes right now. someone in the YouTube comments.
So a 3D Glock,
not legal or financial advice. Not financial advice.
Yeah.
Yo, Chang, you're funny, bro. You're funny, man. Oh, jeez.
All right, well, I mean, hey, I see Dr. Marcel is in here. If he's still in here, I want to hear some opinion on this, man. What is up?
No, he's gone, bro. He's left.
Oh, I was about to say I've been walking around my house, just walking in circles, being okay, let's.
Man.
Serious conversation requires serious.
You're going back, checking all your old Telegram messages, oh shit, what are they find?
Gotta get all the murders off my Telegram, guys.
Dude, I joined DeFi so fucking early, not early, so late, so recently. I joined DeFi, and I've only used Telegram for one project, and I don't like the guy behind the project, to be honest. I wouldn't I don't think it's well. It's just shady, bro. It's just shady, man.
Telegram. Yeah, Telegram's shady.
Telegram's so fucking shady. I can't. Ugh.
Oh well, it's yeah, fuck Telegram. As we sit here on Discord, letting Tencent record us.
In it. Literally, bro. That's a whole fucking thing as well. You guys should watch. I mean, it's kind of tangential, but I think it's a good fucking hell. Can I type YouTube correctly, please? Oh God. I'm not gonna give up though.
I don't know, but we can definitely tell you're typing.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry.
Oh, you don't like the ASMR from that?
Bro, I got the most mechanical keyboard too, so I feel it sounds like a fucking typewriter.
My brother has those. He has one of those custom-made metal ones, and it's literally tink, 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 and I'm just sitting there I'm on the phone with him. I'm if you don't stop typing, I'm gonna fucking break it. But.
Bro, it's literally a madness though, man. People are saying so. Oh, what's this? All the hallmarks of a hoax? Telegram security team has not been contacted about any issues, and that the description of the alleged vulnerability sounds fantastic at best. The post has a likely aimed at spreading malware via the archive. Such phishing scams are sadly not uncommon. It's tough to figure it out, innit? Because I wouldn't put it past most of these Telegram guys. Bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely. Yeah, if this turns out to be a scam, I'm gonna be very honest. I will not be shocked in the least. I'll be all right, fair. That's the space for you.
Yeah. A couple of people messaged me on No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it kind of says something about our entire industry and the fact that this is so damn believable, and the fact that so many of us are going to fall for this fucking scam, like getting fished by just being like, no shit, I want to see what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Because this entire industry is based on. I mean, I don't know who any of you fuckers are, and at the end of the day, like it's based on social trust and gossip, you know, and it's. And I'm a half doxxed, right? Like there are plenty of people who know my real name. I know where I live, you know, in the communities that I raised with, and like, but it says a lot, you know. How many of these people do we trust to, you know, handle hundreds of millions of fucking dollars, and they're just some asshole from South Jersey with a fucking like minimal coding degree who picked up on Solidity, you know, before everyone else did, and you know, I don't know, man. I feel like if this is a scam, it's what we deserve as an industry. If it's not a scam, it's also what we deserve as an industry.
Oh my god, bro. Dub take, bro. Straight up. That's a dub take. Straight up. Yep. Yeah. 100%. Like,
you know, because we all buy these fucking scams too, knowing they're scams, trying to make a quick buck. Like, how many of you fuckers bought into these stupid ass treasury DAOs? Like, I lost fucking 30 grand on one and then made 25 grand back on another. Like, you know, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Crypto community is long overdue for a cleanup and a day of reckoning, bro. Like, I feel like it's too much now. It's just too easy to scam people. It's because of the greed and the ease of scamming people, right? And that is what's holding blockchain mass adoption back. Like, I keep fucking yammering on about this, bro. Like, blockchain is the greatest technology since the internet. If we use it correctly and proper mass adoption, true mass adoption does happen, it will literally cause a fucking huge shift in how we exist as human beings.
How many of these fucking scammers are just getting subsidized and paid for, or at least given the thumbs up from, you know, alphabet boys and government agents? Like, how many people...
Yeah.
You know, how many people don't want to see this happen because they can't actually hide where the money's going? Like, imagine if the U.S. Treasury had to operate on a blockchain.
Bro, this is why there's like, I'm supremely, dude, like in all these news breakdowns and stuff, we've talked about this before, like the idea of like Fed regulation and like the kind of push against cryptos, the like literally being for that reason. Like, that's something that we've been kind of pushing for a while, the idea that like the government is literally, they just want to hold on to the little bit of control that they have over like the masses, which is so fucked up if you think about it. Like, we are all humans. We're all human. At the end of the day, we're the same fucking organism, right? We're all the same organism, and there's like a handful of them, a handful of us that decided, you know, for like, it's not even that they decided. It's kind of like in history. If you look at history, like it kind of worked out that a handful of people now have pretty much absolute control over the rest of the people, right? That's what this whole elite thing is. It just worked out that way, but that doesn't mean that it has to remain that way. Now these people are becoming the out of touch kind of, like, people are becoming, they're clocking onto this stuff, man. Like, Pizzagate happens, Epstein happens, people, it's in the public view. And there's no, like, there's nothing they can do about it. Like, it's in the public view. And with blockchain, like, they just want to do everything in their power to prevent transparency, bro. I think that's 110% what they're scared of. Because with, like, transparency, like, you can't hurt people, you can't scam people, you can't. Like, it's social...
You can't do more points.
It's proper accountability, man. It's proper accountability. Like, Vitalik tweeted about, like, lopsided accountability recently. He was talking about, like, kind of like an idea that's in a similar sort of vein to what we're talking about now. What was his point? He was talking about... Because that's an interesting kind of...
The thing is that it takes a relatively small amount of humans to act up, because I mean, at this point, if I had been deciding to copy and paste code and run scams from the time that I got back into crypto back in late 2018, early 2019, like, I'd be sitting on millions and millions of dollars, but I'm not, because I can't do that. I can't do that to my community. I can't do that to people. I've had that done to me. I've lost a retirement account essentially, to this kind of shit more than once. And the thing is, most of us are like that. Most of us are going to chase after easy cash to a degree, but not at the cost of a soul. And I think that you can have 100 people that are like that, and you have one fucking snake, and he'll drain every single one of those 100 people around him.
Yeah, yeah. I just hope, I mean, that's something we were talking about before as well. I hope that the community is a little bit, if this does turn out to be real and all the messages are leaked and stuff like that, I hope they don't go after the people that don't deserve to be kind of, punished for this, the people that don't deserve, like if you were inadvertently a part of the team and there was the one guy, like you said, that decided to rug or something like that, or people's private information, like logins and stuff like that, if you shared those on Telegram, you know,
I mean, if you're complicit and you were silent, if you knew about it and you were
that's
silent,
that's literally, yeah, that's a point too, man. That's a point too. Like
but
it's
luckily, that's the thing. A lot of these people, they don't have real identities. They're all they're all internet celebrities. So like, none of them are docs. So they just make another Telegram account and start over.
Yeah, yeah. That's what the guy said in his thing as well, in it. They've done this before in the past and then just like re-emerged brand new as like a new guy. Um Absolute madness, man. I think end of the day, like if you are, I think this is a really, really good litmus, like a really good filter for, like you said, the projects, not even the projects, the people that should be in the crypto space. Like if you're worried about this, if you're listening to this right now on YouTube and your heart is pounding and you're sweating and you're like worried, if you're sweating bullets and your hands are shaking and you're like, "Oh my God, I need to text my friend. I need to, oh bro, like what?" You shouldn't be in the crypto space. You should not. You shouldn't. Because you're gonna hurt people and you're gonna hurt yourself. Like you shouldn't. That's not, like if you have any semblance of like worry or fear over this entire kind of the possibility of this being a real thing, exit the space. Like exit the space. Literally. Leave it. Because there's no place for, in the future of DeFi, in the future of blockchain mass adoption, in that beautiful, idyllic, utopian future that we can achieve. We can. Collectively, we can do it. It's not impossible. It's far from it. It's pretty easy, actually. But, if for that future, for that goal, for the greater good, please fucking leave this space, man, because it's like it's not what we need. It's not what we want. Absolute madness, bro. Absolute madness.
I'll be counting the days. I'll be counting the days, and I'll be really excited for what this kind of brings forth. Chang had a really good point. Whether it be a scam or whether it be truth, this whole fucking community deserves it. It's time and time again, and I'm guilty of it. Whenever I first came into the community, I literally invested like $100 into a token called Honeycomb. You know what it turned out to be? A honeypot. Crazy, right? Like, we need to be better. We need to do better.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
There's too many scams. There's too many terrible people out there that are just copy pasting, and it's kind of like I don't want to missay anything. I think it's what's that fucking exchange that it's pink?
The
It has a
exchange was pink.
unicorn.
Uniswap.
No, not Uniswap.
Unicorn
Not
made me
Uniswap,
think of
the other-
Uniswap. Unicorn swap.
I can't. No, it wasn't them. I don't know why I thought of them. I can't remember. Anyways, there's an exchange, and they pretty much help people. They can copy paste Solidity code, old Solidity code, with plenty of backdoors, like 5 versions old, and they'll just be, you pay them a grand here or there, and they just be like, all right, copy and paste. That can be your project's code. That kind of stuff is shady. That stuff is wrong. You're actively putting outdated and weak code to your project, knowing that it's easily manipulated, knowing that you can backdoor it within a second and completely drain liquidity, take everybody's tokens, X, Y, and Z. And, there's a lot of things in the industry. It's a great technology. It's a great thing to pursue for the future. But as we stand right now, there's so many different things that are wrong in its base structure that I really hope that this is true. I hope every single thing that he is saying is true as far as releasing the information, because then it's going to bring people to justice. It's going to, take a whole new stance. I think a lot of people are going to take a whole new stance on crypto, and hopefully it'll most likely show the outside community that self-regulation is here. If you fuck around, you're going to find out.
Yeah,
Things are going to happen.
100%, man.
No.
This thing kind of makes me wonder as well. So he's saying June 15th, this is going to get released. And then June 30th, 15 days later, that's when he starts talking about like the orgies and the there's just all this nonsense, right? And then July 7th, everything will be released. What does that mean? Like, what is everything? Is there more? Is there more than this? Or is he saying like everything collatively will be put into one file? Like, what do you...
That could be something, as far as like, hey, here's the Telegram messages on the 15th, here's the murders and the rape and the pedophilia on the 30th, and then here's the the big individuals that are behind everything on the 7th. It's but like we said, this could be completely fake.
It could be. But even if it is, it's good that we're having this conversation. It's good that this has been like forced into the conversation in the crypto community. Just all of this just
Donnie.
huh?
I just want to hear Donnie's and Yusuf's I want to hear their kind of 2 cents on this.
Yeah, what do you guys think, man?
It's a mad thing.
It's a mad thing for real, innit? Fucking hell.
What is going on in the world today, man? Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, this is the state of the world we live in, bro. Literally, like...
Yeah, but you see me, I don't get too deep into it, man. To get papers, bro. Just concentrate on getting papers, and nothing else matters, bruv. As long as you know your thing certified. You get me? Just gotta fight through the struggle, bro. We ain't got no control over this shit.
Yeah, as long as
You know what I
you're...
mean?
I mean, like I said, if you're a good person that's in this space for the right reasons, you wouldn't be worrying about it type thing. Is that sort of what you're saying? Is that the kind of vibe?
Yeah, man. Obviously, that's what we represent, isn't it? You know what I'm trying to say? We represent honesty. We represent all of these things, and we want to help people be aware of that stuff, isn't it?
Oh, 100. I mean, listen, we wouldn't even be fucking talking about this if this applied to us. Like, I don't think that's like collectively as the Cryptoverse DAO, we're about education. We're not like, we don't sell
It's
anything.
all about
Like,
spreading that, because a lot of people don't know there's guys like us out there. They're just in the wilderness. They don't know which way to go. They don't know who to trust.
No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I think now, like I said, I mean, there's already been kind of like a massive push of random new people joining this space. One thing that we're gonna see now is like a lot of people joining this space and being really confused as to where to go and who to trust. If this turns out to be real and stuff like that. But even if it's not real, they do need to know who to trust and who to, like, how to not lose their money and how to not be burned by pieces of shit like what's being described in this big expose. So I think like it's yeah, it's a fair point. People should be kind of educated, basically. That's how you avoid things like this, because most people don't know what a rug pull is. Most people don't know that a rug pull is even a thing that you can do. A lot of people that enter DeFi or crypto for the very first time, they don't know that these are options, man. They just think that like, oh, crypto NFT, it's a pretty picture. Oh, it's gonna become more, okay, cool, let me buy it. Like, no, like you should know the tokenomics. You should know the way that like, you should know what an NFT is. You should know what a blockchain is. You should know what these pieces of technology, like how they operate, right? That's one thing. But also you should kind of like, learn about just all of the, look at this. If you can see my screen, look at this right here. Education. What do you see? Crypto guide. education introduction. What is a cryptocurrency? What is a blockchain? This is all created to empower you to not be hurt by people like this. That's what this is for, right? We're not trying to sell you a product. We're not trying to sell you a product. We're not trying to take your money. I don't want your money, bro. Keep your money. Like I don't want it. I don't care for it, right? Educate yourself, please. That is all I will ask you. Join the Discord, click on the crypto guide and just read every single thing that's down here, right? Like you read this freaking article and there's things that don't make sense to you. All the terms are explained here, right? Everything is broken down for you. And then, yeah, we teach you how to make money, this, that, and the other. But man, I mean, it really, part of me is really, really like happy, but also a part of me is kind of sad that this kind of thing, because it really goes to show like the state of the crypto space right now. And it hurts me because I really do care about mass adoption. I really do think that that's the end goal for humanity. I think that like, I picture a world where smart contracts run everything. Everything that humans are currently doing that is unnecessary. We're not machines, right? We shouldn't be fucking doing taxes, bro. We shouldn't be working in banks and typing things and walking into like a concrete box and spending 8 hours of your day in there and like being oppressed and like not having the freedom to just be a human being. We should be outside, bro. We should be outside dancing and shit. We should be outside barefoot. We should be around campfires. We should be making good music. We should be connecting with other humans on a human level, bro. But we can't do that. Like, as a species, we can't do that. I feel like blockchain mass adoption will solve so much of the hatred that exists in humanity right now. So much of the, like, difference and like, just all the angst that humans go through. You see all the pain in the world right now, man. Like, it really gets to me, bro. You see, like, what's happening in Ukraine. You see all the school shootings in America. What is it? It's people hurting each other. Why are people hurting each other, man? It's because they're angry. It's because they're fucking.
And at the end of the day, there's an absolute, I mean, like an engineered lack of equity, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, when you compile all those together, and then you get in multiple generations of people who have zero prospects of, you know, doing something as simple as buying a house, affording the ability to have a family, or being able to have a business of their own, or
Yeah.
I don't know, being able to know that, you know, if they lose their job, they'll be able to at least eat and keep a roof over their head for the next 3 to 6 months. Like those are some basic things that, you know, even in a feudal society early on, you know, let's say we take medieval Europe, people could still walk out into the forest and build a shack
In it.
and
Yeah.
grow
Yeah.
food and hunt, and they would be fine. You know, you can't even do that anymore. You know, like let's say you do lose everything. You can't go out into the woods with a couple of small hand tools and build yourself a cabin anymore unless you're in
No.
rural Alaska. You know, but for the most part, yeah, that's all you get. There's only one place in North America I think that you can still do that and then own the land, and that's in Canada, and it's so far north that you're going to be fist fighting polar bears. And even
Those
then,
are
the
going
tax
extinct
man's
too,
going to
man.
show up at some point.
Man, literally, that's a good point. Like, engineered lack of equity. It really is. Engineered and consistently enforced over,
Well,
generations.
you
Like,
can't build something that you can own through sweat equity anymore, because even if you build it, you don't own it. You don't own your house. The city does. The city owns it because now they're taxing you. Oh, you built it outside of the city? Well, now the city has just unilaterally decided to expand its borders, and now they're going to tax you. And if you don't pay the tax man, they're going to take your house.
Yep.
You know, take everything that you have, your business, it doesn't matter what it is. You don't actually, the way they've done it, they've created a system where we all live in an economic serfdom, in the sense that you don't own anything.
Yeah.
You don't own anything.
Absolutely.
Nothing that you have. Not the money in your bank account, not the TV on your wall. You don't even own the rights to your own children.
Not
You
in
know, the
America.
state
Like, bro, it's it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. But then blockchain solves all that. It's a system like Satoshi Nakamoto, bro. Literal visionary, like one of the greatest human beings ever. Because true financial freedom, like goddamn, true financial freedom is such a beautiful thing, and like it dismantles all of that. Everything you just described gets dismantled completely with true financial
Well,
freedom.
it doesn't necessarily dismantle it. What it does is it makes it obsolete, right? And that's really the only way that us as citizenry can and the average man can fight these systems is not through anger or throwing rocks back at the buttressed walls of the Roman castle. It's by engineering them into obsolescence, and we've done it multiple times. We've done it with a lot of things, like cooperatives, power cooperatives back in the day made the power companies obsolete. But you even see those have now been corrupted. The school systems, we decided to spread those out and make school boards electable and have them ran and populated by teachers and the people who are and parents, and even that's been corrupted now. So every single set of systems that we've put into place across at least the United States, I'm not entirely sure how things work across the world, but has been intentionally and insidiously corrupted on a slow crawl for the last 60 years.
100%.
And there's just not much anybody can do except just sidestep it. There's no point in tearing it down because we don't have the resources for that, especially whenever we're going up against a money printing machine.
Well,
So
I mean, like depower the money, and then like the need to print it will. That's what I meant by dismantle. I don't mean like an active dismantlement. I'm talking about like a passive. It'll happen on its own type thing.
just
It'll
ignore it and
dismantle.
move on.
Yeah, basically, like just stop. Like let them make their noise in the corner and be like, all right, weird flex, but all right, like and just get back to doing what you're doing. Um, yeah, man, it needs to be done. It needs to be done. This is something that I feel very strongly about, and I want to, like I want to do something. I want to do something like create like a mass adoption, like a big mass adoption kind of just make it happen quicker. But I mean, I don't know what I can do. I'm just like one guy in it. But then Satoshi Nakamoto was just one guy. Who knows, man?
Server, right? You're building a DAO, right?
Hey, listen, I mean, yeah, look at all this. Look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff. This is literally the mission, man. It's kind of like getting all of, because one person or a small group of people, it doesn't have much power. Honestly, if all the human beings on the planet, like if a majority of people exercised their voting power, if they educated themselves and exercised their voting power, there would start to be change in the world, man. There would start to be change in the world, but it begins at an individual level, I think. It begins with educating yourself and making sure that your mindset is like correct, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man.
Right. And so
I didn't catch that, bro. The
if you can
connection went a
change
bit
that,
like.
then voter apathy stuff.
I think your connection's getting a bit weird, Chang, for me.
Oh, is this better?
Oh, that's way better. Yeah.
Yeah. So voter apathy exists because it's engineered to do so. When you have systems in place where your vote doesn't matter and you see it demonstrated, no matter what you're told, we can gaslight you all day, but at the end of the day, you're going to recognize, well, we've been voting one way and the exact opposite's been happening for 30, 40 fucking years. You're going to stop participating.
No,
That's the
100%.
biggest problem with DAOs too. So you have to find not only ways to incentivize, but you also have to find ways to,
Wait, what do you mean? How is that a problem with
voter?
DAOs? I don't think I understand what you mean by that.
Voter apathy.
In DAOs, within DAOs.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the biggest problems is getting everybody to vote.
Okay.
In a timely fashion. You know what I mean? The larger the organization gets, the harder it is to get votes in, and then achieve a consensus. But one of the issues is but we're seeing less and less of that, I think, as time goes on, because when you have a legitimate DAO that's doing legitimate work and you have an engaged community who's invested in the outcome, then
I think that's the key word, invested in the outcome, not invested in the payout, but invested in the outcome. That, I think, is the mindset that everybody needs to adopt, man. Everyone in the crypto space. The outcome. Why are you in the crypto space? Is it to make money? If it's just to make money, I mean, that's not good enough, That's not good enough. You should not be setting up projects. You should not be doing
Well,
this, that, and the other.
just to
Like,
make money. You're not gonna do that well in as far as the social constructs are considered. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
You might make a lot of money, but no one's gonna care about you or help you, or get your back.
yeah, if anything,
you're
they're
never
gonna try to
gonna-
tear you
you're
down
never
because
gonna
you have
grow
a bunch of money and they don't, and they're trying to like take it from you or something, more money, more issues, more problems, more crap to deal with. Honestly though, I
Switch over my
mean,
computer. I'll be back in a second.
oh sorry, bro, go ahead. Wait, what did he say? Did he say he's gonna come back? 1 sec. I did not catch that.
I think so. As then his connection was kind of shoddy.
Well, I need a cup of coffee or something, guys. I think I might go make a cup of coffee. Mental though. Honestly, like bullish though. Bullish. Overall bullish because like on this piece of news specifically, bullish, man. I think that like what it's gonna do, even if it turns out to be fake, it's gonna make people aware that this whole slow rug pull thing, this intentional rug pull thing, it's something to be looked out for in every single project. Like now, people are going to be so much more. You know how we constantly shout about do your own research, do your own this, do your own that. You're gonna start to see people doing that finally, which is a good thing.
Oh man, I'm excited. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think that was a meat of like the breakdowns. I'm gonna cut off the recording and we'll chop it up for the YouTube real quick.